Hey guys, Sax here. I just saw that Bungie released Renegades content calendar, and there's even more in here. There's more stuff about the vault. I've not read it. I figured I'd get on here live. We're going to take a look here, so let's go through it. It says, in September, we shared a live stream outlining our plans between Ash and Iron and the launch of Destiny 2 Renegades, including plans for upcoming features and a roadmap for what's ahead. Since then, we've implemented many changes based on player feedback from the Edge of Fate and leading into Renegades. As we continue to act on your feedback, we're taking additional time to craft our long-term strategy for the future of Destiny before we share a full state of the game and multi-year roadmap next year. In the short term, we want to provide a preview of the changes coming to Destiny 2 with Renegades, with update 9.5.0.1 that goes live in the week after launch. And the team has been focused on continuing to make improvements to power and progression, quality of life updates, and the start of a new weekly ritual alongside brand new activities in systems with Renegades. So guys, let's look here. This is the roadmap. This is the conversation that we've been waiting to have, right? It says the Edge of Fate, where we have been. 9.1.0 had portal reward increases, powerful drop returning, tier 5 drop rate increases, and the new weekly raid challenges. 9.1.5 had further portal reward improvements, weekly Edge of Fate campaign challenges, power adjustment removed from challenge modifiers, further portal power increases, and then this catch-up chest that we've had next to Zavala. Guys, look here at Renegade's launch. There's so much stuff coming here, but there was something I saw and I had to hop on and record immediately. 9.5.0, the Renegade's campaign, lawless frontier activity, an exotic mission, new dungeon Equilibrium, which we broke down today already, new weapon, the blasters are coming, new exotic, the Praxic Blade, seasonal power carries over. So the seasonal power we had from Edge of Fate that was going to reset, that's going to carry over. All exotic weapons and armor featured. So anything exotic is now featured gear. The Edge of Fate featured gear system will continue. They're increasing our vault space by 300 points. Vault space sorting improvements, universal exotic armor ornaments, returning player bonus and rewards, 300 power catch-up. So all that stuff's going to stay there that they've kind of already had. We're getting new solo ops, the Typhon Imperator. We're getting Fireteam's ops, the return of the Sunless Cell Strike. Introducing Arena ops, 6-player activities, Pinnacle ops, return of Vox Obscura and Derealize. That means that we're getting Barrow-Dyad back, baby. Let's go. You guys have wanted Barrow-Dyad back. You guys have been ravenous for Barrow-Dyad to come back. This means we're getting it back. God, Bungie, please don't mess up how you get it. Please just make it. Use the poem formula the same way. If you guys need to know more about the poem formula and the mess of exotic mission rewards, make sure you check out this video that I have on screen right now. It is a mess right now, and so I'm just praying that they fix all of that. So it says portal rewards and cosmetics refresh, weapons and armors. I'm hoping that they do all of that and they just fix it up. And then finally they have, for 9.5.0, they have the order system, which is common, legendary, and exotic orders. They've talked a little bit about that in the past. It's kind of like a replacement for bounties, honestly. And then 1 week after, we're going to get 9.5.01, and then we're going to have the weekly rituals, the Vanguard alerts. They actually broke that down today. Vanguard alert playlist, Grandmaster. We're getting Grandmaster difficulty missions, basically GM Nightfall's back. Crucible and Arena ops, and then continue weekly modifiers and events. So Sword Week returns, Foundry weapon sponsorship, Tex Mechanica. So we have one for Hake, and this will be for Tex Mechanica this time. The Dawning, Arms Week for bows will be up, Iron Banner, Heavy Metal, mid-season Call to Arms, and then Surges, reward boosts, and more. So guys, we have a lot of stuff coming after December 2nd. So let's look here. It says, as we prepare for Destiny 2 Update 9.5.0 in December, I'd like to take a moment to reflect on some of the learnings. I've kind of already talked about this, just what they were doing. It says, with Edge of Fate, we presented a different vision for the future of Destiny 2's core game. I've talked about that a lot recently. They really swung. They really went after it with the Edge of Fate. They missed on some things. They hit with other things. And some of it kind of land in the middle. So it says, one intended to refocus our releases and player call to action on a familiar but deeper pursuit of power and ascending to higher tiers of gear across a wider range of activities supporting customizable challenge and commensurate rewards. Very quickly, the feedback made it clear that this was the wrong path for Destiny. Even if our execution had been perfect, we see plainly that it was not. it is clear that the grinding power will never be a substitute for earning a trophy. Climbing through throwaway tiers en route to the gear you want to build around isn't aspirational, and the portal itself surrenders too much of Destiny's feeling of place and exploration. These lessons and many other besides them have been taken to heart by the team over the last 3 months. From 9.0 on through 9.15, our focus across the entire team has been response to player feedback, starting with the fastest changes and working through the more challenging ones. Our focus was on faster, better rewards, more player agency in activity choice, and removing barriers to playing with friends. A lot of us spent a lot of time in solo ops in the mines of Caldera or K1 by ourselves, and it felt like Destiny was less a community activity than ever had been. And so, that's what they said right here. They were focusing on making it faster, the leveling system, getting better rewards, and then bringing up that player agency there. So let's say here, it says going into Renegades, a focus on quality of life and rewards. So guys, these refinements we've seen since Ash and Iron and on, it sounds like they're going to continue those with the supplementation of the new activities that we're getting for Renegades. So in update 9.50 on December 2nd and then 9.501 on December 9th, continue to apply lessons learned to Renegades in the core game. Some of these changes address longer-term feedback items, while others are continued iteration on feedback items from the Edge of Fate. Wider access to power progression, especially in expansion content. Players will be able to reach the power cap directly through... Yes. Players will be able to reach the power cap directly through Renegades activities if they wish. Thank you. I had no reason to play anything Edge of Fate once I hit the 300 mark because I couldn't go up any higher. This makes all sense in the world. And though I will already be at a power cap, kind of one of these things where it's going to be really nice for people to be able to experience that, play it. Hopefully, this means they're doubling down. They believe in the gameplay. They believe in the product that they're presenting with Renegades. It says, additionally, we're moving power catch-up from a chest needing manual pickup to organic drops. Sign in, play Renegades, catapult to 300 power, and play with your friends. Vault capacity and upgrades to ease collection pressure. We've increased vault capacity by an additional 300 slots to 1,000, and we're working on more. In addition, the vault now has a revamped filtering system to help you find what you're looking for faster. Example, vault with many items. So they throw this up here. You're going to be able to find stuff faster here. You're going to see how many pages you have. You're going to be able to sort. You have filters. You have the different types up at the top here. This is aspirational in and of itself because we see 451 of 1,000. There's no shot. I don't think any of us are getting that low, but we'll see. If you're playing consistent, especially across 3 characters, but this will be, this will be very, very nice to have. You can see here some sorting of tiers from high to low, and then going in here, universal exotic ornaments. We're opening up the fashion game. Players may now apply any owned exotic ornament of the same class and slot to their exotic armors and PvE activities. So basically, you can make any of your exotic arms, chest, legs, helmets, whatever, look like any other piece in that same slot. So even if, you can see they have Aeon Swift, but they're using different types of gauntlets here. So using a Renewal Grasp ornament here. So guys, you're not going to be able to make it look like the base version, but these are things you've paid for. These are ornaments that you've paid for, and they're taking more of an approach, a slot approach, rather than an exact exotic piece. We have a ton of really, really cool exotics, really cool ornaments in the game. But if you never use an Aeon Swift or you never use Renewal Grasp, you may never get to actually use this right here. So that's awesome. And then it says numerous sandbox and buffs to existing exotics and legendary archetypes. They broke that down last week. And then reintroducing the weekly ritual. So like Nightfall vibes. This is what they talked about in the TWID today. So bringing back these Vanguard alerts. And you can see here, this is where they announce Grandmaster Vanguard Alert, the Sunless Cell. They say in here that this is very similar to Nightfalls. These are Vanguard orders. These are kind of like upgrading levels of types of bounties. And you can see they even provide the weekly objectives look to provide the bonus drops in the portal as you're moving up. My only question is, why am I ever going to have any reason to do it other than for XP if I'm not climbing levels anymore? So if I'm already at 550, when I roll over? That's the question I really have. And that's something I don't know that they have actually opened up yet. So here we have Arena Ops. Join a group of light bearers executing Vanguard operations. We have Catch Crash, which is an activity they hadn't brought back to the game. Astral Alignment, which is something they hadn't brought back to the game. And then Nightmare Containment on the Leviathan. They had none of these back in the game yet. So these are 6-man activities that are coming back to the game. So similar, they brought the crawl back, like through the coil, and obviously the Prison of Elders thing. They're kind of bugged right now, but they're bringing these things back, guys, for us to do. So they are fleshing out the portal. They're providing us more avenues to play some of this stuff that got sunset, and they're giving us new gear. You can even see here, there's a little bit of a new style weapon here, because they said that they're giving us a bit of new gear to chase from the portal. And then, yeah, you can see here, new legendary weapons and armor sets to earn across the portal as well. So we're getting a refresh there. We've already talked about what is coming, upcoming events here. And then let's read this last paragraph here. Eyes Up, Guardian. Since Destiny launched over 10 years ago, it's always been a living, reactive world. Through our successes and failures, we are grateful for the opportunities to explore different paths, learn from them, and with that clarity, build an inspiring new vision with and for our players. As we work on plans and communications to address your feedback, thank you for being on this journey with us as we reshape our strategy for the long-term future of the Destiny franchise. Guys, this right here, this is the communication we need. It took longer than we were hoping. DMG had put some comms out basically saying, hey, we missed the mark on this. I promised something on a Vidoc, or not even on a Vidoc. I promised something on a live stream. I got it out, basically put the cart before the horse. I should have made sure and checked with the teams before I gave those comms, and DMG kind of owned that. And so we've been saying, where's the roadmap? Where's the roadmap? Where's the roadmap? Guys, you can tell they've obviously been working on it. So I'm going to go ahead and post this video. I want you guys to know and be excited for this. I'm more and more excited every day for Renegades. I know some people are in a very much a show don't tell, like they need to see something from Bungie. This right here is good. This is a good first step. We'll see as it continues. But guys, hang tight. If you're interested in Renegades, stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to have it. Maybe like and subscribe. Let me know that you want more coverage like this. Until next time, be blessed, Joe.